Assalamualaikum and hi. Today, me and my groupmates will be presenting about our STA104 project, assignment project, which is the topic is students' favorite cafe in UiTM Dungun. Without any further, let's get started.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Nurul Iman Hakim. I'm from group TSC1102G.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Siti Nongwaira binti Nashaudin and I'm from group TSC 1102G.
Hi, my name is Alia Filza binti Faris Elaiz Mahmud Faris. I'm from TSC 1102G.
My name is Namanira binti Rahim and I'm from group TAC1102G.
Now I want to explain about introduction and objective. For introduction, a cafe is a small restaurant that serves food and drink. UiTM Dungun is a big place and has many students and residents, which is why they provide food cafe in different areas result. Redang Cafe, Tega Cafe, Sari Cafe and Perhentian Cafe. We were wondering which cafe that students UiTM Dungun prefer the most and we would like to know the reason for their choice. Therefore, we decided to conduct a survey to find out the favorite cafe of students at UiTM Dungun for our assignment for the subject Introduction to Statistics. Next is objective. We have 6 objectives of the study. First is to know which cafe the students UiTM prefer to eat at. Second is to know the reason why students choose that certain cafeteria. Third is to know what meal students will choose to eat at the cafeteria. Fourth, to know how much students will spend on buying food in a cafeteria. Next is to know how frequently students go to the cafeteria in a day. And lastly is to know the amount of time students spend in the cafeteria.
Methodology, discussion data. Population is all students of UiTM Dungun, and the sample is we selected 70 students of UiTM Dungun. The sampling frame is list of all students in UiTM Dungun. The sampling technique that we choose is convenience sampling technique because it is non-probability sampling technique where samples are selected from the population. They are conveniently available for research and easy to recruit. The total is 70 students and the data collection is we choose online questionnaire. Okay, as we can see here at table 3.2, jurisdiction of variable, 7 out of 10 from our online questionnaire we use qualitative type of variable and the other 3 is a quantitative type of variable. And the measurement scale that we use is 3 nominal, 3 ordinal, and 3 interval, and 1 ratio for our measurement scale.
In the data collection method, we decided to use an internet survey. We use the Google Form application because first, it is very convenient and this platform also helps in making it easier for respondents to fill out the survey. Table 4.1.1 shows the frequency distribution of genders. We can identify that the highest percentage who fill out this online questionnaire is female. Most of respondents are female with 82.9% mean 58 students, while male is 17.1%, which is 12 students. This makes the total gender who answer this online questionnaire is 70 students.
For the question about faculty, we can see based on the figure 4.1.2, it shows that the higher percentage of different faculties from the respondent is the Faculty of Accounting, which is 63% with 44 students, and the second highest percentage is the Faculty of Business and Management that got 20% with 14 students respond. Next, the Faculty of Hotel and Management is the third highest faculty with 7 students and 10%. And the last is the Faculty of Electrical Engineering with 7% and 5 students.
Next is level of education. We use pie chart to analyze the level of education students that took the survey. Based on figure 4.1.3, the percentage of students based on level of education is most of the students are from diploma, which is 80%, that is 56 students, and degree is 70%, that is 40 students.
Based on figure 4.1.4, we can see that the respondent in this survey from semester 1 are 11.4% with 8 students. Semester 2 is the highest number of respondents with 70%, 49 students. Next is the respondent from semester 3, which is 4.3% with 3 students. From semester 4, we got the same as semester 3, which is 4.3% with 3 students. Semester 5 got 7.1% with 5 students and semester 6 is 1.4% with 1 student. No one in semester 7 is answering the survey. And lastly, semester 8 got 1.4 student with 1 student. For the question, which cafeteria student prefer to eat? Based on figure 4.1.5, most students prefer to eat at Cafeteria Sardin with a percentage of 46%. 32 students prefer to eat there. The second cafeteria student in UiTM Dungun choose is Cafeteria Perhentian with 34%, and third is Cafeteria Tenggol with 30%, and 9 students choose for it. Lastly, from the pie chart, we know that the least favorite cafeteria in UiTM Dungun is Cafeteria Redang with only 7% of students. And with only 7% and only 5 students choose to eat there.
And for the question about why do students choose the cafeteria, we can see at the figure 4.1.6, it shows that the response of 36 students choose the cafeteria because it is delicious. Besides that, there are 26 students show the reason they choose the cafeteria because the price is affordable for them. Lastly, only 8 students choose good service as their reason to choose the cafeteria.
Next question is, what meals do students usually buy at the cafeteria? This analysis, we use WhatsApp. Based on figure 4.1.7, shows that the response of 51 students choose to buy rice with a variety of dishes at the cafeteria. Besides, there are 25 students who choose to eat fried food at the cafeteria. Then, 15 students choose to eat similar as their meals at the cafeteria. Lastly, only 12 students choose dessert for their meals in the cafeteria.
For this question, we need to do the table distribution like this because we want to know the sum of fx and the sum of fx2. From this table, we know that the sum of fx is 624.5 and the sum of fx2 is 6269.25. Next two slides, I will show you the histogram, frequency polygon, and the OGIF that I made based on this data. To do the histogram, we need to use the frequency and class boundary, and looking at the histogram, we can know that the highest frequency is 41. And next, for the frequency polygon, the data that we will be using is frequency and midpoint. Looking at the highest graph, we know the highest number is 41 and the lowest is 0. The OGIF, we need to use the cumulative frequency and midpoint. After plotting all the data, I know that the highest cumulative frequency is at 70 and the lowest is at 0. We need to calculate the mean, median, and mode using the formula. For the mean, with using the formula that has been given, the answer that I get is 8.92, and from this, we can assume that on average, student at UiTM Dungun spends Rm 8.92 cent at cafeteria. Next, for the median, the answer that I get is 8.67. This means students spend their money more or less than Rm 8.67 cent. Lastly, for the mode, the answer is 16.3, so that means the greatest money of students spent in cafeteria is Rm 16 ringgit 30 cent. For the variance, the final answer that I get is 10.113. For standard deviation, after using the formula that has been given, the answer that I guess is 10.11. And lastly, for the coefficient of variance, the answer is 1.13%. We need to calculate the percent coefficient of students to know which shape of distribution we get, and after I calculate, I get negative 0.73. This means that my shape of distribution will shape like this, and we call it negatively skewed distribution. We know that the largest value is mode with 16.3.
Question 5 is how frequently students go to the cafeteria in a day. Based on the table, for fx, we got 128. While for fxo of 2, we got 264. This slide shows data in the form of histogram and frequently polygons. Here we can see that students often go to the cafe twice a day for buying a food. This figure shows the cumulative frequency or frequently of time a day a student go to the cafeteria. Next is how to calculate mean, median, and mode. For mean, we got 1.83. That's mean, on average, the student in UiTM Dungun frequently go to the cafeteria is 1.83. For median, we got 1.84. That means the frequently the student go to the cafeteria in a day are 1.84. Lastly, for mode, we got 1.88. That means the greatest frequency of time a day a student to go to the cafeteria are 1.88. Next is visual of this question to calculate the variance, that is 0.44. For coefficient of variance, we got 0.36%, and lastly standard deviation is 0.66. For the last of this question is present coefficient of skewness. We got negative 0.053. Because of that, shape of distribution is negatively skewed distribution. And this value is mode, that is 1.8.
For question 6, we can see the most of students usually spend 1 hour at the cafeteria with 44 students, while the second highest is 2 hours, 19 students. This shows the students will not be willing to spend more than 2 hours. In vacancy polygons, we want to know about the vacancy, so we can conclude that the highest vacancy is 44 while the lowest is 0. Beside this is ogive. Ogive is a bit different from vacancy polygon because the vertical line uses the cumulative vacancy value. The highest value is 17 while the lowest is 44. Measure of central tendency. To start with, we get the mean is 1.53. That means on average, the number of hours students spend in the cafeteria is 1.53. Second is median. It means we know about the number of hours. We got the number of hours students spend in the cafeteria is 0.398. The last one is mode. It concludes the greatest number of hours students spend in the cafeteria is 1.158. Next is measure of dispersion. We got the variance is 0.75. Standard distribution is 0.86 and coefficient of variation is 0.56%. We will continue with the percent coefficients of skewness, where we got the negative value is negative 0.8837. So at the end, the shape of distribution goes more to the left, the largest value is mode with 1.15.
For the conclusion, we got the total of 70 response from the student to completing our assignment. Based on the survey that has been distributed to the student in UiTM campus Dungun, majority of the respondents were female and from Faculty of Accounting doing their diploma in semester 2. About the topic student favorite cafe in UiTM campus Dungun, we know that cafeteria that mostly students choose to buy their meal in this cafeteria setting. According to the responses, the reason students choose this cafeteria is because of the food is delicious. Then, the meals that students usually buy at the cafeteria is rice with a variety of dishes, and students spend around Rm 6 to 10 in a day to buy their meals. Looking at the response, students frequently go to the cafeteria 2 times in a day, and lastly, students usually spend 1 hour at the cafeteria. Bye!